Okay, so in the MCD link changes, there are two changes are there. One thing is in the receipt level, and the other one is in the document level. So I'll first go through receipt level. So when we click here, this is one of the SR, property transfer SR. Like this, we have receipt in all the most of the SR we have receipt. Okay, property transfer NOC we have receipt, property transfer, and there were other SRs. Okay, so there are receipt. So when we click here on the enter receipt, we'll get this kind of a screen where we can enter all these details. So earlier how it is like, okay, so earlier the account name is not like a drop down, so it is just as a fixed one. It will show the account name where the receipt needs to be created. So as a part of MCD link, we are changing that to a drop down so that the user like have a flexibility to select the account. Okay, so here when the user select any of, okay, so where is this account coming from? Okay, let me show you. In the SR level, there are two fields to relate the account. One is customer and one is buyer. So here we can see there is one customer. Likewise, there is also one buyer field. It is there. It is not in uh, page layout, but it is here. Buyer name. Okay. So these are two account object like related to account object. So from this we are fetching the two ID like two records, two account records, and we are populating the names in the receipt here. So when we click on any particular account where we need to create the receipt, where we need to tag the receipt. So for example, like if I'm clicking here, the email ID associated with this particular account will come here. Okay. For testing purpose, I create like I have given my email ID in both of the accounts. So that's why it is coming like this. Okay. So based on that, it will come here. And then when we save receipt, a receipt acknowledgement record will be created. I will show you. When the payment mode is online and one, two, three. Okay, so our receipt acknowledgement record is created. You can see receipt acknowledgement here. This one, I think, right? Okay. So this is we created. No. Okay, this one is we created. So here we can see account will be this, and there is one email ID. Email ID also will be my email ID as per the account. So what happened if the payment mode I selected is online, right? So when it is online, as per the requirement, there is one payment URL link. So once the receipt is created, this account or like account, this person needs to like transfer the money, right? For that, we need to send the payment URL. So for like the payment URL will be sent to this particular account email. Okay, so I'll show you. Here we can see the email. Okay, now the email is populated here, account is populated here. Then how it is sending to the customer email. There is one flow called payment URL. That is an existing flow. I have added one more path for that payment. This one payment URL. Here, this one I have added SR online payment URL. So we have one email alert is there. We are just calling the email alert here. Okay, we just pass the record ID so that the email, let me check my email there because I have got that. I didn't got the email. That's pretty is my email. This one I think. Right. 12/9. Okay, I have got the email. So this is the payment URL. When we click here, it will redirect to payment. So here I have configured here in this flow, this path. Okay. SR online payment URL. This flow is existing flow. I have added one more path. Okay. So this is one change. And in the receipt part, okay, I'll go through the LWC component once. We have one LWC component called receipt acknowledgement, something like that, for a receipt. Receipt acknowledgement. So here I have added that. Okay. I think you have like experience in working in Experience Cloud, right? So you might know LWC very well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so just you can go through this code. Here I have added account name. If true is a SR record, here it will come options. Okay, this part I have added. If it is only SR record, we have this create receipt button, like that particular field in the sales order, like installment also. But we don't need there. We only need the SR record. So that's why I have added SR record condition here. In the JavaScript, I'm just getting the details. Okay, we have one method called get parent record. Okay, we have one record. Here we will get the wrapper class. Okay, we have get the wrapper of the like existing record. So we'll check whether it is SR or not. If it is SR, we are making it as a true, and then we'll add the option. If customer is only like is not present, we will not add. We'll add the customer if it is present, like that. We'll add it to this option. It will show there. And there is one more part where email. Okay, there is one. When we select this, we are calling one handle. Okay, event handle change account name. Okay, here whatever ID is selected based on that we are getting the email. So there are two type of accounts, right? A person account and organization account. So if it is a person account, we are getting the person email, and if it is an organization account, we are getting the organization email. Like API name is email. So like they like that, like we are handling this. I think you can just go. I will ping all the components. Okay, this one is MCD link. So payment URL is the flow that I have done, and receipt acknowledgement is the LWC component. Then controller. Controller class is the class where we get the record details. There is one wrapper class. Okay, I'll show you. Receipt acknowledgement controller. So here initialize receipt acknowledgement method is there. Create receipt from SR update. This one initialize receipt acknowledgement. Here we'll get the details. If it is a heck like service request, it will come here. It will fetch all the details in the service request. It will create a wrapper class. You can just go through this class. Okay, this is the method. We are getting the record. Receipt acknowledgement controller. Here, receipt acknowledgement controller. In the trigger handler also, we are making some changes. I will show you. So basically, receipt acknowledgement controller will get the record. In the LWC, we'll populate the account drop down and the record is created. After the record is created, there is one thing happening in the trigger handler, receipt acknowledgement. Receipt acknowledgement trigger handler. Okay, so basically, in our requirement, we need like this, right? Whatever account we need to like, we have entered in the receipt level, should save in the record. But here in the before update or before insert, it is checking whether the sales order is null or not. Okay, if sales order is not null, initially it was working like that. So it will get the account from the sales order, and it will pass to the record, and sales order account will be populated in the receipt. But now we only want our account which is selected in the receipt level. So I have modified like this. If it is a service request equal to null, then only we'll pass this particular account, sales order account. Otherwise, whatever account it is associated in the receipt acknowledgement creation, that like that account will be there in the record created. So for that purpose, I have added this condition. If service request is null only, then need to associate sales order account to the receipt acknowledgement account. So this change I have done here is the receipt acknowledgement trigger handler.
Okay.
So basically, this is the first part: receipt acknowledgement trigger handler, payment URL, controller test, receipt acknowledgement. Then this is the second part: document generation. Okay, so document generation is first of all we need to create document of adherence and signed document of adherence. Like we have seen right in direct
Yeah.
debit we create. So similarly, we need to create. Okay, let me open this up. This is a property transfer NOC. So here we need to create two placeholder. Exactly like same like that. Document of adherence and signed document of adherence placeholder. In the XRBPM, we need to create a SARDoc, document master and all. Okay, it's already done. You can just like go through that. Okay, document of adherence it is created. One document is generated. After that, we'll need to send it for signature. Okay, when we click on here, now we are getting one error. It is not working in service dev. So like that also we need to check. This is a DocuSign integration. Whenever we click here, what will ideally what should happen is that in receipt level, like in SR level, there is one field buyer. Okay, there is one field. This is customer. There is one field buyer here. So for that buyer, we need to send. There is in that buyer account, there is one field called email, right? And in that particular email, we need to send the document for sign. And that particular customer will receive the email and will sign digitally and will send it back. So at
Okay.
that
By
time,
account is person account, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
So we'll send the email to the buyer, and buyer will get the email, will open the email, and will sign digitally, and then it will he will complete the like signing procedure. He will complete in the email. So at that time, we will receive the signed document of adherence here. There is one placeholder. We'll get the document here, but this functionality it is not working here in service dev. So for that, we need to be Kohinoor reasons. Okay. So we need to connect with Kohinoor, I think, for understanding how the DocuSign is working. In earlier in PRUT it was working, but here it is not working. So that one thing we need to check. Okay. In the ticket, I'll add comments like what we need to do, what are the things I committed. I will add the comments.
Mhm.
But okay, here this one we need to do. Signing like, DocuSign integration, but we need to check once. Okay, these two, then property transfer. Okay, this is the document package. So for SR doc, like we need to create document master, right, in the XRBPM. So for that docgen package, for that document master, we need delivery option ID loop ID, right? Package ID. So for that one, like docgen team will create this particular package. They have already created. We need to get those ID and we need to pass it in the document master in the SR doc that we have already done. Okay, one, two, three. Then these things. SR docs controller, property transfer. Okay, there is one custom metadata. Let me show you. Custom metadata that post sale email content. So there is one property transfer and was email. Okay, so this is the email body. So my task is to add this particular link, MCD link, okay, as dynamic. So these wordings and all like it is static, right? But based on the project, we need to change the MCD link. So how we have done, like we have added MCD link like this, but by adding this particular piece of code. Okay, MCD link we'll get it from the project. I'll show you. In the SR there is one project. Okay, in the SR there is one unit is there. Okay, unit. Okay, SR is related to unit. So when we go to unit, unit is related to project. Like I have said, right, for a single project there are multiple number of units. So like that, here we have project. In the project there is one field called MCD link. Okay, MCD link. So this is the MCD link. Like for testing purpose I have given like this. So this MCD link, it should pick from here. Okay, it should like it should appear here in this part. Okay, click here, there is one hyperlink will be there, and in that, like whenever the user clicks on that hyperlink, it like he need to redirect it to that particular page, one more page, like with all the details and all. Okay, so this is the email body I have said, right? Here when the document, when we click on send for signature, the document needs to be sent to the buyer. So when we send that to buyer, this particular email body will appear in the email. Okay, along with this MCD link it will appear. So here how the email we are sending it by using this class SR docs controller. Okay, SR docs controller. So here we have MCD link. We are just replacing this with, like initially we are querying first. We will query the project MCD link from the Hexa BPM, and then we'll pass this MCD link. We'll replace the MCD link with this particular project URL, project MCD link URL. Okay, we'll, like you can just go through this code. Okay, it was an already existing code. I just changed actually this one. I made the MCD link dynamic. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, so mainly, yeah, that's all about, I think, MCD link. Let me summarize. So there are two parts. Okay, one thing is receipt part. Okay, a drop down it will become there. When we click on that drop down, that particular account will be tagged to the receipt. And whenever we select the payment option as a online mode, URL will be sent to the selected account email. That is first part in the MCD link change. These things. And this comes in the second part. So we need to configure document of other and sign document of other ends by passing this docgen ID and delivery option ID. So the document will be generated. Okay. And the document, when we click on send for signature, uh, it will be sent. Okay. When we click on send for signature, it will be sending to the buyer email. Buyer email with this particular email content. Okay. There is one, this one, property transfer and OC email. This is in Aldar post sales email content. So with this particular email content, we'll send the document to the buyer, and buyer can sign digitally by using DocuSign, and then it will return to this particular placeholder. But this functionality is not working. We need to check. Okay, so that's all about MCD link changes. Okay. Next one is RTO notice. Okay, RTO notice. Let me open batch class. RTO remainder batch. So it's actually okay, I'll show you the installment line. Let me open a sales order. Okay, so we have sales order and related installment lines records. Okay, in each sales order there can be multiple installment line records. So for each installment line record, when we go, there is one field RFO RTO RTO end date. Okay, so basically the objective, like here the requirement is like okay, before a particular if for example if RTO date is okay 7th, okay, before 1 week we need to send a reminder to like to the customer to notify them, okay, RTO expiry date is this one, so you need to do the payment, something like that. We need to notify the customer. Okay, but it is not mentioned. It can be either 1 week or it can be 10 days or something like that. So we need a flexibility, so that we need to add. Okay, I'll go through the batch class. Okay, so basically this is not completed. This is just a like basic code I have given. So we need to connect with Kohinoor for getting the like exactly the requirement, and then we need to finish this. So basically, I'll go through what I have done right now. So for testing purpose, I'm just querying the installment line records. Okay, and there are some condition. Okay, in sales order level, there should be RTO send, RTO sold. There is one status, RTO sold. So we need to check the criteria only for the installment lines where the related sales order status is RTO sold. Then outstanding amount must be greater than outstanding buffer amount. These all things I have added in the custom label so that we can have a flexibility. Like maybe in future, if they come with to add another status, we can add it here itself in the custom, like in the custom labels. So outstanding buffer amount also I have added here. RFO due date for testing purpose, I am adding like this. Okay, so if we give 10 days in the RFO notice remaining days, it will check. So I'm creating this batch class in assumption that it is running daily. So if it is running daily, if I give 10 days, it will get the RFO due date. Okay, with the next like today plus 10 day, it will get the record. It will pass the record to the execute method here. Okay, so this is the reference class. Okay, I have got this reference class, and based on this reference class I need to create this particular batch class. So for that I have taken these much codes. Okay, these all codes I have taken from this reference class, validate, create, tr batch class. Okay, so from here I'm getting like you can just go through that. Okay, handover detail, I'm just creating a map, installment line record, sale order to products. I'm also not sure like what is the exact requirement. As of my knowledge, I have developed this one. So basically there are two parts. Okay, we need to understand the condition we need to query. So which all installment record, like all the condition we need to identify, which all installment records needs to be queried and to be checked in the batch class. That is the one thing. Second one is sending the email. Okay, sending the email in the SR doc we have seen, right? In the docchain package. Let me open docchain package. Docchain package. There is one RTO notice. It is there. Okay, so view metadata. Here, send as email, right? Delivery option, there are two options. Generating the document, it is there. Sending as email, it is there. So when I go to installment line, okay, when I go to installment line and installment and receipt, okay. So what I understand is that like when we take a particular installment record, okay, if it satisfies this condition, okay, if it is RFO due date is 10 days, okay, like RFO due date is 10 days after today, or if it is satisfying all these conditions, okay, and then what we are doing, we are creating a document there. The installment line, if it is satisfying those condition in the batch class, then we are creating a document placeholder. Here we can see a document. Yeah, this one document placeholder we are creating. Okay, document placeholder. Let me. Okay, document placeholder we are creating, we are passing RTO notice, we are passing installment ID record. Okay, installment line ID, we are passing sales order ID, record type is like we are fetching and we are passing contact, everything we are fetching and passing, and we are creating a document placeholder. In the document placeholder, let me open the installment document. This is the document placeholder. So in the document placeholder, there are two fields, docgen package ID and delivery option. Docgen package ID. and delivery option. So when we pass these two ID, okay. So if we pass the delivery option ID as to like there are we have seen right two delivery option ID to generate the document and to send the email alert. So if we pass generate the document that ID if we pass it will generate the document. If we pass the delivery option ID to send the email, it will automatically send the email. Okay, in that particular docgen package, let me open docgen package. RTO notice. RTO notice delivery. Okay, here, yeah, here, this is the email body. Okay, so this is the email body that will be triggered. So when we create a document placeholder and when we pass the delivery option ID as like sending the email alert and docgen ID here for the RTO notice, it will automatically send the email to the customer. It is all configured by the DocGen team. So we only need to create the document placeholder. We need to pass DocGen ID and delivery option ID. But I tested from UI, but it is not working. So this one also we need to check with Kohinoor and DocGen team. Okay, this is RTO notice. So these are all custom labels I created. This is batch class. This is docgen package. Document type I have included. This is one field in the document object. I have added this pick list value included RTO notice. Okay. So basically, I'll just go through it again. Okay. So we have already one existing functionality of sending. There is one default notice. Okay. So if it is satisfying this particular condition, we are sending a default notice to the customer. Similar way, we need to configure, we need to do the RTO reminder batch, which we need to send the RTO notice. That is just like default notice, we need to send RTO notice, but there are few differences like so that we need to check with Covido. First of all, we need to query the installment records with this condition. Then we need to create the then we need to create the document placeholder. We need to pass the docgen delivery option ID, generate document, docgen package ID, so that the delivery option ID is to send email, right? It is all configured by the Dogen team. So automatically the email will be sent to the customer. So, but this is not working in service dev. So we need to check. This is like a basic code that I have done. This is not completed. We need to again check with code. This is a long back. I got this requirement from Dinesh. He's not here now. So we need to connect with Coinor to understand the requirement again, and then we need to modify this. Okay, this is the reference class I got, and I have added the code from here. All code like handover map, everything I have added. Even I'm not sure how, like why we need to add handover detail to associate here. Okay, but Dinesh told me to add all these things, so I just added it in my code. So before proceeding, we need to check with Kohinoor to identify the exact requirement, and then we can proceed. I have one recording at that time. I think might be October or something. I got this one, 24 October. I have one recording for this particular requirement. I'll share it to you. Okay, I have recorded that. I'll share it to you. So, yeah, that's it regarding RTO notice. Okay, an RTO notice, MCD link. There is one more thing. DLP transfer snack change. Okay, DLP transfer snack. Case origin apex class. Okay, case rest resource. Let me open this. This
Yeah,
is
bro.
also like
Yeah, just a request, bro.
yeah.
Can we create an Excel sheet where we can have the ticket numbers in one side and what actions are we supposed to do on the next? I will
Okay,
go through the videos, but
actually,
it would still take time. I don't think I'd have the Jira access to this board yet.
okay. Okay, I'll add it in Jira as well as I'll create an Excel sheet like and
Mhm.
we'll add all the action items. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be easier for me to, handle any new deployments based on that.
Okay, sure, sure. We'll do that. Yeah. Then okay, this one case resource. Okay, this is also we have done so many months back. So here, like it is just a wrapper class to create a case. Okay, a case we are creating, a DLP case we are creating. Along with that, we are just creating two child cases. Okay. In the request, I'll send it the request and response. So I like will get request as a will case like we will get case details. Along with that, we'll get child case details. So we are just creating a case and we are just creating two child cases for that particular case it is created. I don't know like what is the exact purpose of this, but I have done this like long time back. This is one
Okay.
Rust class. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, this is the Rust class, test class. These are all custom labels. But okay, this development we have done long back. But when I try to move the development, like developed one from PRAT to service dev, these all custom labels were present in the already work. I don't know how it came there. Okay, and case origin is also one field. Okay, so this one, okay, we have done right case test resource. Then I have done one more change in the customer get service request web service. Let me open that. Okay, so like we have one Livaldar customer portal, and you might be knowing there is one Livaldar customer portal where the customer can log in and where customer can see the like SR they are created or cases they are created and all. So for that purpose, whenever the customer log in to that particular page, they will hitting this API get service request, and we are passing all the details of the service request and the cases related to the customer. This is an existing class. So what we have done is like here we have added one more pick list. In the case origin, we have added on-site a picklist value called onSite we have added. And then in the query condition, we have added, let me search it on site. Yeah, here. Okay, 54, line number 54, we have added on-site. Like in the where clause, we have added or along with it or we are adding origin. It have customer portal, DLP record type, customer app as case origin. Along with that, we have added customer case origin, like on-site case origin we have added. Likewise, here also we have added on-site. If it is on-site, we are making it as string CS origin constant type. Type that contains payment CS. So this is also we are making as handover vertical. So we are like if any particular cases are there with origin as on-site, we are just showing in the response. Okay, we are making it as a handover. I don't know like why we do this, why we have done this, but yeah, this also we have done long time back. We have added on-site in the case origin. Okay, as well as in this particular class, we have added on-site along with the other case origin. We have added on-site. And if it is on-site case, we are making the vertical as handover just in the response. Okay, it will only come in the response level. We are not doing any DML here. It will just come in the response as handover. These things, okay, this also I will send it to you. Custom field, okay, this much custom field also they created. On-site category, on-site create. This is not done by me. This is done by I think Shiva. Okay, so I'll send it to you. Okay, regarding these two changes, small changes. Not sure why we have done. I think not sure if we need to deploy this because it's a long time back we got that requirement. Maybe we can check it with Kohinoor regarding this. Okay, so maybe in scheduling RTO notice, DLP transfer snags also is done. So I think let me open my Jira ticket. Appointment confirmation we have done, MCDD we have done, RTO expiry, direct debit, scheduler also we have done. This is like I'm not sure how like what is the exact requirement. We need to check it with Kohinoor or Anil for this.
Okay, bro.
So okay, so DLP transfer snack. This I completed last week. This is also done long time back. So I just moved these changes from PRVT to service dev. So I'll send it to you the components so that you can just go through that. I'll also send the Excel sheet, right, regarding the action items.
Sure, bro.
Okay,
I
okay.
will also try to categorize these requirements and whatever we have discussed.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. So 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So